are you doing this? You don't deserve this! Stay in the pit! Stop the go!
The sun was setting, casting long shadows in the deep forest as the three older sisters dragged their younger sibling, Alara, toward the edge of a dark pit. Her heart raced, not just from fear, but from the betrayal of those she loved most. "Let go of me!" Alara cried, her voice echoing through the trees. But the sisters, consumed by jealousy, tightened their grip. They had always been envious of her miracle hair, which flowed like a river of black silk, shimmering even in the dim light. The villagers adored her, often saying she was a gift from the stars. With a final shove, they pushed her toward the pit's edge. As she fell, Alara's screams faded into the darkness, swallowed by the earth. This is the story of Alara, the girl with the longest hair. But let's start from the beginning. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, Alara was born under a celestial event. The townsfolk whispered that she was blessed, her hair a sign of good fortune. From her first moments, her hair cascaded down her back, silky and black, mesmerizing everyone who laid eyes on her. As she grew, her beauty was matched only by her kind heart. Alara was gentle and caring, always helping those in need, earning the love of her parents and the villagers. However, her three older sisters, Lyra, Mira, and Talia, were not as fortunate. They felt overshadowed by Alara's light and grew bitter, their hearts filled with jealousy. The village is vibrant with life, nestled between lush green hills. It's a bright sunny day and the air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming. This isn't the end of the story, it's only the beginning. Discover what happens next to Alara as she finds unexpected help inside the pit. Comment next below so I can share the continuation. Stay tuned until the very end of this emotional African folktale to uncover the powerful lesson: why you should never try to extinguish another person's light.
Stay in the pit! Down you go!
As Alara fell into the pit, she braced for impact, but instead found herself cushioned by a soft, mossy floor. Dazed but alive, she looked around, her heart pounding. In the dim light, a figure approached, a small, cursed monkey named Rollo. His fur was a mix of vibrant colors, and his eyes sparkled with mischief, yet there was a deep sadness behind them. "You're not the first to fall here," he said, his voice smooth like honey, "but I can help you." Alara, oh scared, felt a strange comfort in his presence. "Please, help me," she whispered. Rollo explained how he had been cursed long ago and had been living in solitude. Together they hatched a plan to hide Alara in a secret stone tower deep within the forest, away from her sisters and their jealousy. As they climbed to safety, Alara felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. She would not let her sisters steal her future. With Rollo by her side, she would find a way to reclaim her life and destiny. As Alara and Rollo ventured deeper into the forest, the ambiance shifted. Mystical beams of moonlight pierced through the thick foliage, creating a path adorned with shimmering dust. Rollo moved swiftly, his agile form darting between the gnarled roots and towering trees, while Alara followed closely, her heart racing with anticipation and lingering fear. "Tell me more about your curse," she asked, her curiosity piqued. Rollo paused briefly, his vibrant fur glinting under the moonlight. "Long ago, I was a beloved companion to a powerful sorceress. One day, in a moment of jealousy, she cursed me, turning me into a creature of mischief, doomed to wander these woods for all eternity, unable to leave." Alara gazed at him empathetically, feeling a bond forming. "But you have magic, don't you? Can't you break your curse?" Rollo nodded slowly, his eyes dimming. "I believe the key lies within the crystal of balance, hidden in the enchanted cavern. It has the power to reverse my curse. However, it's guarded by the shadows, creatures of darkness that prey on lost souls." Alara's heart raced with determination. "Then we have to go for it. I won't let you suffer for another moment." With newfound resolve, they continued their journey, climbing past twisted roots and descending into hidden glades. Finally, they arrived at the foot of the towering stone structure, a crumbling tower entwined with ivy and vibrant blooms. As they approached, a sense of peace enveloped Alara. "Is this the place?" "Yes," Rollo affirmed. "This will be our safe haven. But we must prepare for the journey to the enchanted cavern. The shadows will not take kindly to intruders." Inside the tower, they discovered strange artifacts and old tomes that whispered secrets of magic and adventure. Rollo found a dusty book with an incantation that could shield them from the shadows, and Alara memorized it, feeling empowered by the knowledge. Days turned into nights as they planned, under the watchful gaze of glowing fireflies that danced outside the tower. With the incantation learned and the plan set, Alara felt ready. Their journey would not just free Rollo, it would also lead her closer to her destiny. As dawn broke on the day of their quest, Alara felt an exhilarating rush. Hand in hand with Rollo, they left the tower and plunged into the unknown once more. After hours of trekking, they reached the entrance of the enchanted cavern, a dark maw in the mountainside, surrounded by swirling mist. The air turned cold, sending shivers down Alara's spine. Rollo squeezed her hand. "Remember, stay close and focus on the incantation. The shadows will try to deceive you." Taking a deep breath, Alara stepped inside, her heart pounding as her eyes adjusted to the dim light. Glimmering crystals hung from the cavern's ceiling, casting ethereal light across the walls. Yet, in the corners of her vision, darkness slithered, whispering cursed words that tried to gnaw at her resolve. Suddenly, indistinct forms emerged from the shadows. Shadows manifested into twisted figures, dark eyes piercing through the gloom. "You're brave to venture into our realm," one hissed, its voice echoing ominously. "But you will never leave." Alara steeled herself, recalling the incantation. "By the light of the crystal and the bond of friendship, I command you to reveal your truth," she cried, her voice steady and strong. The shadows recoiled, taken aback. Glowing light erupted around them as Alara and Rollo stood their ground. The shadows screeched, shifting their forms in a flurry of darkness. "You think you can banish us? We feed on hope, child." With her heart racing, Alara felt the power of her own resolve and Rollo's friendship guiding her courage. She repeated the incantation, and a burst of shimmering light flooded the cavern, illuminating every nook and cranny as the shadows shrieked in fury and began to dissolve. As the darkness evaporated, Alara and Rollo pressed forward. At the cavern's heart lay the crystal of balance, a magnificent gem radiating warmth and brilliance. Approaching it, Rollo's eyes sparkled with joy. "This is it! We can break my curse!" Alara reached for the crystal, feeling a surge of energy flow through her. As she grasped it, a pulse of warmth enveloped them both. "By the power of friendship and light, I release the curse upon Rollo." The crystal glowed brighter, and with a flash of light, Rollo transformed. The vibrant colors of his fur faded, his form shifting until he stood beside Ilara, as a young man with kind eyes and a gentle smile. "I'm free!" he exclaimed, overwhelmed with emotion. "Thank you, Ilara." With the curse broken, Ilara and Rollo emerged from the cavern, the dawn light illuminating their path. They exchanged glances filled with joy and understanding. "Now you can return to your sisters and reclaim your destiny, Ilara. You are no longer just a shadow in their envy," Rollo said, his expression serious yet warm. "And you?" she asked, still brimming with excitement. "I will find my place in the world, no longer haunted by the past. Let's promise to navigate our futures together, as friends," he replied. As they made their way back through the forest, Ilara felt a new sense of confidence blooming within her. No longer would she let jealousy define her path. She had the strength to carve her destiny. Together, they stepped forward into the sunrise, ready for new adventures, united by friendship and emboldened by their shared journey. The world was vast, and their stories were only just beginning.
The pits, down you go! Success!
The first rays of dawn spilled across the land, wrapping them in warm golden light. For the first time, they were free. They exchanged glances filled with relief, joy, and deep understanding. "Now you can return to your sisters and reclaim your destiny," Rollo said softly. "And you?" Ilara asked. "I will find my place in the world, but we will walk our futures together as friends." A promise sealed in sunrise. They walked through a vibrant forest reborn after darkness. Birds sang, flowers opened, and with every step, Ilara felt stronger. Her hair shimmered like liquid sunlight behind her. From a hilltop, Ilara saw her kingdom in the distance. Home. But this time, she would return not as the forgotten sister. She would return transformed. The palace gates opened. Whispers filled the air as villagers stared in awe at Ilara's radiant hair. She no longer walked in shame. She walked in power. Her sisters stood waiting, once filled with envy, now filled with regret. "Ilara, forgive us." She chose peace over pain, and in that moment, the family healed. "You promised we would find our paths together," Ilara said. Rollo smiled. "I never break promises." Beyond the palace walls, the world awaited them. Their journey was only beginning. A world of adventure awaited, and together they would write their destiny.